What up, Patroneers? So we're doing another out-the-box review of cool things. So if you saw the last one, gonna be doing Mr. Ironhide here. As it goes, I do not like the direction Planet X has gone. This box is tiny. Not that I like huge boxes for my Transformers, but it's small and it has real product shots on the cover instead of cool artwork denoting the character. So this makes me sad. Um, and this feels like a super flimsy box. Their old stuff didn't. Oh, there's no tape on this. So they're about getting ready to cut it open. So, oh, and also no foam. They got plastic. What the hell? I knew these things. So I mean, in a lot of ways, that means that they've grown up slightly. But weapons in a little baggie here. Gotta be careful. So a lot of other toy manufacturers do this, and it's just like Planet X did it another way for so long. So now I do need to get Ratchet as well. He's the same cost, same size, all that stuff. But basically that'll get me, I think that gets me all but caught up on all of my Planet X figures that I want or need. I'll have to double check. No, I need the Insecticons. That's right. So I still need to get the Insecticons. And that'll be essentially all of the Planet X's that I want. So there's still Deathsaurus, there's still what's his face, Star Saber. I don't need those. They don't go with the game. So I just need game ones. All right, so let's see what we're working with here. The funny thing is, he feels a little different. He actually feels more like one of the official ones from Hasbro. So like they never got around to making an IronHide, like Hasbro never did. Not even in their Generations Fall of Cybertron line. So this is an all new mold and design idea. And you know, IronHide wasn't really on screen very long, neither was Ratchet. I don't even believe they were playable. I think that you had mostly car bots. So realistically, Planet X needs to give us Wheeljack, Bumblebee, Cliffjumper, Sideswipe, Jazz, and how they haven't given us a Soundwave, who was actually super important to the story, I don't know. Okay, so we got these shoulder bits here that kind of are in the way. I'm worried that there's gonna be like super stiff joints, and it looks like these shoulders might be part of the problem. Okay, so he looks cool. I mean, he's pretty plain as it goes, but he looks cool. I'm gonna put on one of the 3D stickers I've got over there. I just gotta figure out which size is gonna work for him. I think it goes right here on his chest, so he's not bad. Posability is okay, it looks like. Does that move? Yeah, it must do. Probably not from... Oh, it stays in place. And the foot tilts. That's interesting. Okay. So we're going to do the thing where we try to figure out how it transforms. I have watched reviews on this guy, but didn't pay that much attention. Before we get too much further on playing with him, let's look at his weapons. Stay there. He's actually... He feels a lot like Perceptor, and that makes sense because they're roughly the same size. I do have the instructions here, but we're going to only consult those when necessary. I do like trying to figure things out. Like, I know not all collectors enjoy the transformation aspect or the quote-unquote toyability of it, but I actually do. I think that's part of the fun, well-engineered transformation. And if it's too frustrating or it's just like I'm not gonna bother, then yeah, that's the thing. So like the Rat Trap and Black Arachnia that I got from Transform Element, you know, they're tiny and they're super frustrating. But okay, so here's his axe, which looks fine, fits in with the line pretty well, I guess. And it looks like all the other toys. And then the gun, he's got like a little machine gun, hollow, on the inside. So Same kind of details I usually do. No silver though. Okay, so let's get to IronHider. Now these hands are going to fold away. Do they need to turn first? Yes. Okay, so you got to get the thumbs out of the way. Not always, but sometimes. So doors go up. Flip that in. Tab that back in the other side. Do I have a spudger nearby? By chance? Oh, I have one over there. Just in case, I'm probably going to need a spudger at some point. Alright, I think one of the only things that doesn't move is this section. I think this whole back section. Okay, so it pulls out, but it doesn't move. And it's on a spring, so, okay. Okay, so that's definitely going to straighten out. And I bet this accordions somehow. Considering that I can feel it moving. Because I can feel it moving in the air. Oh, no, the arm just collapses. Okay. But this is now in the way, so how do you get rid of that? Because that looked like it was going to tab in there. Okay, so that does move to some degree. So at some point it's going to have to get out of its own way, or this moves independently. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay. The legs have this whole back section back here, so that needs to open up somehow. Okay, so the knees go forward. Now this opens up. That comes out. This opens up. Let's make an assumption that the leg collapses within. Very much like Prime. Just exactly what it looks like it should do, but no, it's not doing. Okay. Also fake looking ratchets there. That's interesting. Like that. It doesn't really hide anything. Okay, so this becomes the back half. Okay, so that doesn't do that. For instance, this foot though. Okay, so this, flip it all the way around. Okay, so that covers up the leg. Oh wow, okay, so which way does that go? Looks like it's going to want to turn 180 degrees. In theory. The other thing is, Planet X instructions tend to suck, so trying to figure it out on my own is probably actually a better route. I believe that's going to fill in right there, but it won't get there, per se. Like, this won't tuck into there for some reason. And this has to get there because there's a peg right there. So what I was thinking is that that tucked into there, but maybe it do not. Okay, so let's tilt these up. I'm feeling this is a far more complex transformation than I was giving it credit for. Just given the trouble I'm having. Okay, so that rotates around. Okay, so that gives us the front. The head tuck away. Yes, the head tucks away. That's good. So always a good thing when the head hides away. Okay, I got both of those trying to occupy the same spot. That doesn't work. Don't do it that way. I don't think that's supposed to come out. Looks like it's part of the windows. I don't know. It's what do you do? Okay. Okay, so that fills out the side like that. That was not easy. Like, thing is, I know what he should look like. It's just knowing how he gets there is the hard part. Okay, so flip that around once again. It's not the easiest world. There we go. Okay, so that's got slots that have to come over something. You can tell that for sure. And those look like they need to plug into the back of somebody. These wheels have got to face backwards, with those thrusters hanging out from behind somehow. Okay. In theory. Oh, hey, those are spring-loaded sides. Also want to go ahead and rotate. All right. So these bits here are the front of the truck mode. So I know that has to scoop up into itself somehow. See, I feel like this part, so I thought that was on a slider. Okay. Okay, so that becomes the front. I know these become the grill. That doesn't tap into there, it taps into somebody else. Okay, and so, oh, the forearm must plug into here. Okay, so that's a thing. Oh, fuck. Well, for fuck's sake. Let's see. I thought there was another tab there that should interact. I don't see another one. Oh, that's how that works. Okay, so I gotta get this up. In. And then that all tabs together there. That taps in there. Cool. Okay. Okay. We're getting it. We're getting it. It's an interesting transformation for sure, but not an easy one. Okay, so that needs to turn. Tilt the shoulder up and tuck in. That makes way more sense to do it that way. Yeah, okay. And then now that that's there, this guy needs to rock. Yep, okay. Forward. Tab that in together. This one's further in than the other one, so let's get that further in. Get that together. Oh yeah, that's what we call some tabbing up. All right, The difficult part is that it's also having to squeeze in the side panels that are on those springs. So there's the whole front end. I could see them using this as a basis for Soundwave, very similar kind of transformation. All right, so I know this is top of truck body. This is side of truck body, so that's going to tab in there. So I don't think it's meant to collapse too far onto the leg. Something has to. But now this looks like, oh, yep, that moves. Well, that explains all that. Okay. And so that's going to tab in to the waist. Okay, and so that is going to eventually come up and fill in that spot there. That's going to tag in underneath. That's fine and or dandy. Still running into this issue here. Won't. There we go. Okay. So if I rotate the dot there, then what? now that I've gotten that rotated all the way around, then what? Okay. See, I thought that this was supposed to cover down over that. At least that's how it looks. Okay, so that is what it's supposed to do. So that's correct. Okay, then that will go in there once everybody's in position. This ain't easy. Like, this is really not an easy transformation. Okay, so I can rotate this guy to help collapse everybody in. Okay, so got that. There's something about the way the leg collapses that's still not correct, or at least not 100%. Because this needs to come down and latch into place. It's almost like the front crotch area is the problem. So that needs to come forward. That needs to come forward. Because you can see it's janky. And it's not supposed to be janky. It's supposed to be straight. But somebody is unhappy. Do those move? Son of a bitch. Okay. Okay, so something I was not aware of is that those front crotch pieces can move. What I don't know is what I'm supposed to do with that knowledge. So they can turn. Maybe go vertical with them. Get them out the way. Now the weather dried up this weekend. My sinuses are crazy. Oh yeah, that looks like it did all the things I needed it to do and more. All right, good. Okay, so let's do one leg, then we'll do the other. Oops, I think that pegged into place by accident. Okay. So I need the leg to collapse, and it's not. It is not. Somebody's not in the right spot yet. There we go. What the hell? Oh yeah, so that's making progress for sure. Except not. It's both making progress and not making progress at the same time. Good job. Okay, so let's turn that and get a little bit more ass out of it. See, this is meant to cover down for all of that. Okay, so what is happening? Okay, so that's where it needs to be. This is not just for... Okay, well, it got into place all of a sudden. Okay, and then I need this to come up and into place like that. Good. Oh, that made progress. That did the thing. Okay. That was incredibly difficult, but I got it. Just barely. So, I'm going to be honest, I'm not entirely certain how I made that happen. So, here's a leg that's completely untransformed, and there's a leg that is now where it's supposed to be. Wow. Okay, so definitely unplug that. That needs to come up and forward. We're rotating this section 180 degrees once we get everybody else out of the way. Unplug that from there, unplug that from there, unplug that from there. Spinny, 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 compressy, compressy. And so, of course, the difficult part now is that that has to go next to the other one and plug in together somehow. Sure it will. Okay, so let's get that up and out the way. This guy needs to rotate 100. There we go. Why is it backwards? Oh, I forgot that rotated. I was like, something ain't right. Okay, so pull this guy out. Pick a direction that will rotate. There we go. Okay. Alright, so that explains a lot. When something doesn't move the way you think it's supposed to, it's probably due to the fact you're screwing something up. Okay, so that is the essence of a transforming device. Okay, so that it's not doing the thing it needs to do. It's pretending like it's trying to do the thing it needs to do, but then it's actually not doing it. Okay, there we go. That's some kind of progress. Damn it. Okay, so that plug needs to be almost where it is. It's close. It's very, very close. But not at the same time. Okay, so let's just get that kind of work. There we go. All right. That made a problem go away right there. Okay. And then I need the bottom section to line the fuck up. There we go. All right. So that's that. And then we bring this guy up and over, latch him down. And so now we're stuck. I incidentally did this right. If I'd done that leg first, we'd be screwed. So let's bring this up and into place. In theory, that's probably going to work. I don't know. Because that now has to tab up and over the other one. And that's going to be the scary bit, if I'm honest. Okay, so that is just showing me that that is not in its right position. It's really close, but it's definitely not in the right spot. Okay. Actually, what I'm trying to do is see if I can get the other one out and back, and then I could close them together. But I'm not sure that's going to work either. I mean, like, I appreciate that when they have something that should tab together so good, but also when it causes conflict like this, it's kind of a problem. It's like, especially when it's only one way. It's just like, you can only do it this way or you're fucked. Okay, so even if I pull that one back, I need to pull this one up, and there's just no room. There is just no room for all that noise. So pull that back out. Pull that back out. It do be like that, though. Okay. Sorry, I just really wanted to find a reason to throw that out there. Okay. So, like, this doesn't really want to go anywhere now. Okay, so let's kick this guy back. There we go. So now I've got those two tab together. Kind of. Okay, so now I need to reattach these. Get everybody lined back up. All that part's good, that part's good. Let's squeeze these guys back together. And now in theory, I should be able to pull both of these up together as one. I did say in theory. It's literally just where it's resting is keeping it from moving, and that's annoying. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna tick that under there, and we have an IronHide in a truck mode. Good God, like this is crazy. That's why I like doing these first looks with you guys. He does have translucent wheels that are painted. Actually, no, they're translucent wheels with a front cover and a separate tire piece. So that's the first time they've done something like that, I think. That's pretty cool. Although the thruster bits that you would think would be facing backwards for, you know, mobility are, well, not. He does have a bunch of tabs back here. I wonder if that's for the ratchet mold. Because me and Ratchet share the mold, so there's nothing crazy there. Now I got to figure out where the other Autobot logo should go in vehicle mode. So the other one's going to be down here for bot mode. Thinking, because normally it's on his bumper. Let's see, here's one little detail. Oh no, I thought they missed it, so just right in there, little grill, little pig nose. I'm thinking right here, like right there below the windshield. So we're pretending that this was his vehicle windshield. So in theory, that's where that would go, kind of, or maybe right above it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But cool. That's that. Does he have any? He has two weapons ports, but they're on the side, so that doesn't really do you any good. You can't plug the gun in there. And given that IronHide is like a weapons person, it's a little weird that they didn't give you anywhere you could plug his weapons in. Huh. Well, that's dumb. You can plug it in vertically. Or how good that does you. Oh, they did sort of mold in thrusters on the bottom of the feet. Also, the axe has... Oh, the axe has just a little peg at the bottom, so there's nowhere to plug that in either. So this is one of the first ones where you have nowhere you can plug weapons in vehicle mode. So I guess when I do the review, I guess I'll compare him just to Prime to minimize vehicle transformations and whatnot. But there we go. That's it. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for your patronage.